Okay, same day, May 15th, 2020. Now, you just seen me have a little piece of beef from where my finger is, sorry, onward. Okay, and I got it on sale about that much. It wasn't very big. It wasn't even that much. Maybe about that much for $8 on sale. And then I went back 4 or 5 days later and they had the same amount of beef for $20, $19.99. Okay, so let's count this. So that's 20, 40, 60. You can almost say $80 for about this much of meat today when it's not on sale. If it was at $8, so that's 8, 16, 32. Oh my God. Oh, what's 8 times 4? 16 and 16. I can't think. But anyway, hold on a minute. Right. 8 on sale. That's on sale, people. 8, 16, 24, 32. So for $32 on sale, I can get approximately that much beef, and that's assuming that you can find it on sale. Otherwise, you're looking at 20, 40, 60, 80 bucks. When I bought it, I got it for 20 bucks. So now, it should be unthawed, and I'm glad I bought it. I purposely left it in the freezer. I purposely left it there, people, because of the cost of food going higher and higher and higher. But I'm doing other things now. So now we're going to cut it open. You wouldn't know that it's been in my freezer this whole time unless I told you. And because it's been vacuum sealed, look at that. Smells like beef blood, as beef blood would smell. Trust me, I've worked with enough meat in my lifetime to know what it smells like. It's perfectly fine. Can you see that? Let's see. Let's cut it in half first. See what we get. Smells like beef, people. Looks like beef. That's straight up. Do you see how nice that would be for, I know I get shadowing going in my film, but do you see how nice that is? And to have that sliced thinly through a meat slicer for beef jerky, so good. But I'm not too worried about, because if I make beef jerky, trust me, the beef jerky will be gone in 2 days. Doesn't matter how much I make, it will be gone. Because it's so good. But that's only for the rich now. Alright? Only rich people can eat beef jerky. Alright? Not us poor folks. So, smells like beef. Feels like beef. It's perfectly fine. And because there's not a lot of fat on this beef, as I cut through the whole thing, nothing. This is straight up meat. I mean, look that. Look how nice that is. That's solid. Solid straight through the whole thing here. I found myself a bunch of jars, so I should be okay. So you cut them approximately about an inch thick, like an inch, square inch. So, right? That's what you do. At this video, I'm gonna keep short, Because I'm lost for words, people. I know. Like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we're in a very bad time in history. We're being lied to more than ever. And because nobody can really do any fact checks, because the government has been building in that legislation to make you dumb and to stay dumb and to make you not find out the truth. They're going to make sure you don't find out the truth. Right? Because this has been in the making for a long, long, long time. We're going into communism, and these things called FEMA camps and re-education camps and places where they've got 100,000 plastic caskets stacked on top of each other. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised in the next 5 to 10 years you don't start seeing them use it to get rid of the ones that fight back. Yeah. Because that's the kind of society we're going into, a slave society now. And people better wake up and fucking smell the coffee, because one day their money's not going to buy them anything. Right? Because they go after the rich too. They don't just go after the poor or the lower class people. They go after rich people too, because they like those big bucks sometimes. You know, hooking up dead bodies to machines. Like I said, one day it's going to be somebody rich have their body hooked up to a machine as the healthcare staff is lying to that family and transferring assets behind the family's back. And then once it's all in order, that's when they're going to drop the bombshell that Dad's dead. But you've been written out of his will because he woke up for 15 minutes and decided to say fuck you. He never did love you. Right? And he left it to some government agency instead. But of course it will be a backroom deal, right? It won't be quote-unquote government agency. It will be just something that's accredited by the government. Or it will go into the public guardian and trustee, and the courts will get it through fighting for years for that money after the fact of what they did to that man. It's going to take a few of those guys to be treated like the way my family's been treated, for them to wake up and smell the coffee and maybe do something about it. But right now they're sitting in their bubbles with their circle, making plans to marry off their girls, right? So they can build more wealth. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So let me fill up my jars. I'm going to keep this real short and get them in the pressure canner. After they're filled in the jar, I'll show you. So, I mean, I don't want to do this. And then I guess tomorrow, I still have to do my taxes. Haven't done them yet. But once I get outside and I start working, man. Okay, so if you've never pressure canned, you have to get over the fear of it, people. It's not that scary as we think it is. Okay? First couple of times, you know, have somebody around you. And then it's not so bad. After a while, though, it becomes like second nature. It's easy peasy, pretty fast. Okay, so I put in 3/4 teaspoons of salt. Right? You don't, when they're raw like this, people, you don't add water in it. Only when you cook them. Like if this was cooked, like I cooked that hamburger, you put water in. But if you're cooking meat by itself, raw, doesn't matter if it's chicken, turkey, whatever it is, you don't put water in it, because the meat itself, whatever the meat is, releases its own juices. So it's completely unnecessary. Okay? You don't even really have to put salt in it, but I like the salt. And of course, you don't have to sterilize anything because it's going into a pressure canner. I've seen YouTube videos where people are sterilizing their jars before they put them in a pressure canner. Completely unnecessary. So we got 8 jars, okay? And then this was the fat. If I was going to, you know, cook, I would have kept it. But I've got a female raccoon. Hold on a minute. Okay, I went to go get my lids. As I was saying, I have a female raccoon, could very well be Matilda from last year, that's like out and about during the day scratching at my window to get in. So that tells me that there's babies somewhere. Okay, it's a female. And she probably just gave birth because it's that time now. Right? So I'm going to put that outside for her because she'll need it. Maybe I'll give her a bit of cat food and work on getting another bag of dog food at some point. Right? Because there's not that much food out there for these animals. You know, as all this progress goes about. So it's nothing for me to, because they're going to come anyway. It doesn't matter. I've always had raccoons in Surrey. Had them in Delta too, but Surrey's really bad. Right? Ask anybody, they'll tell you. For the most part. Unless, of course, you have no animals. If you have no animals, then chances are they won't bother you. But if you got cats or dogs, boy, oh boy. It's like they want to be a part of the family, these raccoons. So, 8 jars. Doing good. 75 minutes. Right? I don't know what that works out to. $20 divided by 8. I don't know. $2 and what? 50 cents a jar? $2.25 a jar. Approximately. Something like that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So, $2.25. That's not bad. $2.25, people. That's not bad. Okay. Now, are you going to find it like that today? No, because on sale you're looking at $32. But even still, $32 is better than $80. Okay, keep that in mind. So you might have to spend the $32 before it will be $80 on sale. Because this is what the politicians are doing to society right now. Okay? They're hyperinflating money and your dollar won't get very far. Okay? You might end up needing things to barter at some point. You never know. It might come to that. But let me tell you something. If a real natural disaster was to occur in terms of an earthquake and a lot of shit crumbled down and some of the infrastructure went, you know, haywire and, you know, there was a real shutdown for 1 to, say, 6 months, I could feed my family, people, for well over 6 months. And if a good cop came to my door and said, can you help me with this family, people, their house got ruined, they have no place to go, can you house them for a while and maybe feed them? I could do that, people. I could do that. So no regrets. Okay, so now I'm steaming for 10 minutes, venting. You have to do that. And then after 10 minutes, well, you put that on there. I forgot that I bought these, right? Can you see? 30% off. Oh, it wasn't that much. What it is for these things. Do you remember those? Do you see? Andre loves them. So he made sure when he seen this, did I buy them? So I completely forgot that I had them, and they're still soft. So that's what I'm going to do now. But that's another thing that you can do, right? And, you know, put those in soup. You can eat them as is. You can put them in salads. You put your own little spices on them, whatever you want. And it works out really, really well. So that's another thing that you can do to save yourself a bit of money and, you know, have good food in the house, right? Croutons are expensive to buy. This is better. You can get any kind of bread. It doesn't have to be, what is this? Baguette French. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. I just wanted to show you that. And then after this is done, I'm bringing them out, and then I'm going to show you, and I'm going to just keep that video as is. And I'm just trying to get it in my head to... Off, hi-ho, off to the garden we go. Well, thing is, I really do need to be starting some new seeds and busting up some ground, but the city's not giving me much chance to do that, though, are they? So I don't even know how much I'm going to be able to plant this year, because I'm going to be too busy running around mowing fucking weeds. Okay, it smells like beef, people. And as you can see, it's just sizzling away, bubbling away. Oh, bubbling. Everything's bubbling. Yeah, bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. So, 20 bucks for that from 2013 works out to $2.50 a jar. If I was to buy it at full price today, what did I put it at? 80? So I'd have to times this by 3 more or times 4. 20, 40, 60, 80 times 4. Buying it at regular price today would have cost $10 a jar. You do the math.